Hello friends, welcome back, and if you are new to our channel, thank you for stopping by. Today I'm going to share a very beautiful pattern for which we need stitches in the multiple of 11. So I've taken 11 into 3, 33 plus 4, 37 plus 2 edge stitch, that is 39 stitches. And after that I have worked 2 rows of knit. Now that is not the part of the pattern, I just did that so that the pattern doesn't curl up, and it is a 4-row pattern. Now let's begin with the first row of the pattern. The edge stitch is a knit, or you can just slip it off, it is up to you. After that, yarn forward, 4 number of purl, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now yarn backwards, 2 number of knit. Yes. After that, what we do is, please watch carefully, we do a knit, and in the same stitch, out of 1 stitch we made 3 stitches by winding the yarn. After that we slip 1 stitch as if to purl, and then again we are going to make 3 stitches out of the 1 stitch by doing a yarn over. After that, 2 number of knit, 1, 2. Now we are going to repeat again, 4 number of purl, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now yarn backwards, 2 number of knit. After that, now we are going to make 3 stitches out of the 1 stitch by doing a yarn over. So the 3 stitches are done out of 1 stitch, and then we slip 1 stitch purl wise, and then again we are making 3 stitches out of 1 stitch. That is done. After that, 2 number of knit, yarn forward, 4 number of purl, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yarn backwards, 2 number of knit. This is the first row of a pattern. Now what I'm going to do is, I am going to make 3 stitches out of 1 stitch. That's the process we must follow to do that. After that, I slip 1 stitch purl wise, and again I am going to do a increase, that is, out of 1 stitch I am going to make 3 stitches. After that, 2 number of knit, yarn forward, 4 number of purl, finally the edge stitch is going to be a knit. So the first row of our pattern comes to an end. Moving on to the second row of the pattern, the edge stitch is a purl, or we just slip it off. It is up to us what we want to do. After that, I am going to purl for 1, 2, that's the third one. This is the fourth one. After that, 2 number of purl again, and the 3 stitches which were formed out of 1 stitch is going to be slipped into the right needle. After that, a purl, and again the 3 stitches are just going to be slipped off into the right needle, and then it's a purl, or we can just say it this way, that is, the 3 stitches that were made out of 1 stitch just has to be shifted to the right needle. Other than that, all the stitches are going to be purl. I think that way it will be easy for you all to remember. So what we do in this step is, all the stitches are going to be purl, excepting the 3 stitches which were made out of 1 stitch in the first row. Those are just going to be shifted. We are just going to slip it into the right needle. So the second row here is about to end. Those are the 3 stitches which I am just going to slip it off. After that, it's a purl, again the 3 stitches, we are just going to slip it off. After that it is going to be pearl, and the edge stitch is also going to be a pearl, as this is the wrong side or the second row of the pattern. The edge stitch is also going to be a pearl. The second row comes to an end. Now let us move on to the third row of the pattern. Please watch carefully. The edge stitch is either slipped off or we do a knit. After that, yarn forward 4 number of pearl. That is going to remain constant when we work on the right side. Now yarn backwards. Now the shifting is going to take place. Please watch carefully. The 3 stitches which are huddled up together is going to be brought in front of the 2 stitches. So the 2 stitches are going to take the are to be taken at the back, and the 3 stitches brought in the front. Now the 3 stitches we are going to knit together from the front side, and finally the 2 stitches which are moved backwards is going to be a knit. After that, 1 stitch we slip it off. Now those are the 3 stitches. Again the shifting is going to take place. This time the 2 stitches are to be brought in the front of the 3 stitches from the back side. See, it is brought here. Now the 2 stitches we are going to knit 1 and 2, and the 3 stitches we are going to knit together from the back side. So let us do that. So out of 3 stitches we are getting back our 1 stitch. So here it is done. The first set of pattern is done. It is very easy. After that, yarn forward. It's going to be 4 number of pearl. Now the shifting is going to take place. The 3 stitches are going to come in front of those 2 stitches. The shifting has to be done carefully so that we don't miss the stitches. Now what we do is we are going to knit the 3 stitches together from the front side. After that, 2 number of knit, that's the stitch that we had shifted. Now we slip 1 stitch into the right needle. Now again the shifting is going to take place, but from the back side. The 2 stitches are being brought in the front of the 3 stitches from the back side. Now we are going to work 2 number of knit, 1, 2, and now finally we are going to make 1 stitch out of the 3 stitches by working together, but from the back side. So our second set of pattern is also almost done. After that, 4 number of pearl. Now again the shifting, yarn backwards. The 3 stitches are going to come in the front from the front side of the pattern, and those 2 stitches are being taken to the second position. Now once the 3 stitches is brought in the front, we are going to work them together from the front side. Then 2 number of knit, 1, 2, then we'll slip the stitch into the right needle. Now again the shifting, the 2 stitches are going to be brought in the front of the 3 stitches, but from the back side. First we have to do from the front side and then from the back side. Now we work 2 number of knit, 1 and 2, and then finally work the 3 stitches together from the back side. Yes, that's done. Now yarn forward, 4 number of pearl. Now yarn backwards. It's going to be a knit. The edge stitch is going to be a knit. So the third row of the pattern comes to an end. See how beautiful our pattern is looking. Now this is the 4th row of the pattern, or the final row of the pattern. The edge stitch is a pearl, or we can just slip it off. After that we are just going to purl all across. So this is the 4th row of the pattern. So one set of pattern is complete. Now this pattern is a very beautiful pattern, perfect for all cardigans and sweaters for everyone. Babies, girls, ladies, gents, everyone. It can be used in all the projects. Now I'm going to show the pattern once again. This is the first row of the pattern. The edge stitch is either slipped off or a knit. After that, 4 number of purl. And then 2 number of knit. Now the 1 stitch we are going to turn it into 3 stitch by doing a yarn over. Then once that is done, I am going to slip 1 stitch into the right needle purlwise, and again 1 stitch is turned into 3 stitches. After that, 2 number of knit. Yarn forward, 4 number of purl. 4. Yarn backwards, 2 number of knit. Now I am going to make 3 stitches out of the first stitch, out of 1 stitch, sorry. That's very simple, we just do a yarn over. Then I slip 1 stitch into the right needle purlwise. Here again I am making 3 stitches out of 1 stitch, and then 2 number of knit. Yarn forward, 4 number of purl. So this is the sequence for the first row of the pattern. I am showing it to you again so that it becomes easy for freshers to understand the pattern better. When we shift 1 stitch into the right needle, it has to be done purlwise so that the stitch looks good in the pattern or uniform. Now the edge stitch is going to be a knit. Before that we did 4 number of purl. So the first row of the pattern comes to an end. Moving on to the second row of the pattern, the edge stitch is either slipped off or it's a purl. After that I am working 4 number of purl, 1, 2, 3 and 4. After that 2 number of purl again. Then I am going to shift the 3 stitches into the right needle without working. Then a purl, and again the shifting of the 3 stitches into the right needle without working. And then it's going to be 4 number of purl followed by 2 number of purl. So as I told you earlier, it is better to remember all the stitches are going to be purl excepting the 3 stitches which are huddled up together. Those we are just going to slip into the right needle. So that way it will be easier to remember. What we do basically is all the stitches are going to be purl excepting the 3 stitches which are bunched up together. Those we are just going to slip into the right needle. So the second row of the pattern is about to end, and the edge stitch is also going to be a purl. As I told you, this is a pattern, 4 row pattern. So the second row comes to an end. I'm going to show you the third row of the pattern. The edge stitch is slipped off or it's going to be a knit. After that yarn forward, 4 number of purl. Now the shifting is going to take place. The 3 stitches which are huddled up together is going to be brought in front of the 2 stitches. Please be careful with the stitches so that it doesn't so that we don't miss it out, otherwise we will end up having a big hole out there. Now the 3 stitches we are going to knit together from the front side. Yes, once that is done, 2 number of knit, 1 and 2. We are going to slip that stitch into the right needle. After that again the shifting. Now the 3 stitches are going to take the second position. Once the stitches are shifted, we are going to knit 2 and then finally work the 3 stitches together from the back side. So out of the 3 stitches we are getting back our 1 stitch. Now yarn forward 4 number of purl. This is the 3rd row of the pattern. It is a beautiful pattern, very easy to work. Yarn backwards, again the shifting. The 3 stitches are going to come in front of those 2 stitches. So the shifting is taking place. Please be careful with the stitches. Once the shifting is complete, we are going to work the 3 stitches together from the front side. After that, 2 number of knit. Now we slip the stitch into the right needle. Now again the shifting. The 2 stitches will be brought in front of the 3 stitches from the back side. Once that is done, we are going to work 2 number of knit. And then work the 3 stitches together from the back side of the pattern. So basically this is the sequence for the 3rd row of the pattern. And here finally I worked the 4 number of purl and the edge stitch is going to be a knit. So the 3rd row of the pattern has come to an end. Moving on to the 4th row of the pattern, the edge stitch we slip off or we do a purl. After that the 4th row is very easy. We just need to purl all across. So my friends, I hope you all will use this beautiful pattern for your projects. It's winter here and we will be having various opportunities to use this beautiful pattern in our projects. See how nice it is looking. So my dear friends, thank you for staying till the end. If you have liked the video, do give a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family members. If you are new to our channel, do consider subscribing and stay tuned for more of interesting videos on different topics. So till we meet again, it is bye-bye from all of us here at Plants, Crochet, Cooking and more.